Father, can you kindly tell these people, because you understand that a majority of the people watching are people that are just getting in the game.
Okay.
And where did you start trucking at?
I started trucking back in the 90s, but first I got to put this out there. Okay. This is Papa Bear. I'm true to this, not new to this, okay? Coming at you with my son, Trucker Brown, okay? My second son, Trucker Brown, okay? Proud of him and stuff. I know he looked like me. It's okay. Somebody has to bear this curse, okay? It's all good. It might as well be him.
Exactly what it is.
Okay, it's okay, curses can be good too, okay? It's all good. But I started trucking back in the 90s with Snyder National.
Snyder?
Driving
I thought it was Swift.
Hey, I never drove a Swift. I never wanted to. As a matter of fact, Swift came years after Snyder. Okay, I was out there when Swift started, and MS Carrier was out there. They started at the same time.
MS Carrier?
Oh, yeah. Young Buck. But anyway.
I didn't say I didn't know who they was.
Okay.
I have no idea.
MS Carrier was another carrier that started around the time Swift did. Okay, this was back in the 90s. And MS Carrier just didn't make it. For whatever reason, I don't know, and everything. But, you know, you hear a lot of scuttlebutt, for those who know what that means, rumors about companies, why they did this and do that. And there was a lot of bad companies out there. But Swift, you know, maintained, and now, you know, they're one of the top.
What division? Well, if you were Schneider, you was drive-in.
I was drive-in, but they also had drive-in, they had flatbed, and they also had the glass division where they haul the glass, the big glass.
I don't want to deal with that
and stuff. So
you did the drive-in.
I did the drive-in and the 89 International. Had the doghouse in the middle, for those of y'all brothers out there know what that means. Doghouse, Young Buck. But anyway, had the doghouse. If you've driven a cab over, an old 89 International cab over.
Ain't none of my subs know what a doghouse is.
All right, it had the doghouse in the middle. If you don't know what a doghouse is, talk to somebody who's driven a cab over.
Okay.
They'll tell you what a doghouse is.
That's the sleeper.
Sleeper was in the back. Doghouse was up here in the front. So the doghouse housed the engine. Remember, it's a cab over. Where the engine gonna go? It's gonna go up underneath the cab. So the doghouse housed the top half of the engine. Okay, and it was underneath that. And it was like a big old platform, since those Internationals were so wide. It was like a big old hump that fit right over the engine and stuff.
And okay, so wouldn't that be hot?
If the doghouse insulation fell off and everything, but it wasn't bad.
Did you have AC?
Oh yeah, we had AC. Yeah.
Power steering?
Yeah, we had power steering. I wasn't that far back, son.
I'm just asking.
Okay. All right. Okay, stick to driving, okay? Comedian is not your thing, okay?
so okay, you had that. You had power steering.
Yeah, power steering, electricity, and you know, I mean, all the comforts of
Jake brake.
Some of the trucks, Jake brakes were starting to be more popular back then.
So how did y'all do it before y'all had Jake brakes?
With your damn foot in the brake, and timing, and being smart, and everything. Trucking ain't just start happening. Drivers were driving without Jake brakes long before they had Jake brakes in here. And I was driving through the mountains and everything, Carolina and all that, Carolina and California.
And it was okay. Well, was it an air ride suspension?
Some trucks had air ride. The truck I had was air ride. Yeah, it was air ride, but didn't have air ride on the cab. But I had air ride on the seat.
Oh, what you mean it didn't have it on the cab? Y'all didn't have the bags on the whole?
No.
So what did y'all use then? You just bouncing around?
Air ride on the seat and air ride on the chassis, on the truck chassis.
That sounds like torture.
It was what it was. But guess what it was 30 years before that?
Yeah, I mean, they had the coffin sleepers and all that.
Yeah, exactly. And they had a lot of the guys when they first started had 2 stick shifts in the truck and everything, because how the gear ratio was, they had the upper and lower gears, and they had to switch over to another shift to start going. And they didn't have air ride seats and air conditioning and the comforts of home and stuff like that, like we got now. We spoiled now. Okay.
I ain't spoiled. I'm a hard runner.
Okay. All right.
I could have ran them things with my eyes closed.
Okay. After the first 50 miles in one of them old joints, he'd be ready to pull over and hit a hotel. Okay. Nah. And I've never drove one of them old trucks. But
So,
those were your real truckers.
What was the money like in the 90s? I mean, because we got to account for inflation. Whatever
Right.
you were getting was worth more at the time anyway.
Well, a lot of people say it was better, but I don't look at it as being much better because with the facts that of inflation and everything and the higher cost of living and all that stuff, it all balances out. If you're bringing in as an owner-operator, I don't know what you're bringing in as a company driver and stuff. I haven't done that in a while, but as an owner-operator, if you're bringing in after overhead and you're an ultra owner-operator, you're out there on your own truck, on your own trailer, and you're out there running and you're bringing in $4,000 a week, you're doing good.
Average.
After gross.
Average, you had about 28, 31, 30-something $100.
Average, about that. Some days you can do more. Some weeks you can do more. It just depends on you dealing with the broker, and you got a broker that's not trying to screw you and not pay you after you do the runs and stuff, which is a lot of them out there that will not pay you after you do the runs, and you sitting there waiting for weeks and weeks on your pay on a run you already did. Remember, there is a list of those type of brokers that you can pull up on the internet of the brokers, of the bad brokers. I don't know the name of it off the top of my head. I have to talk to my boy and get that information. And next time I talk, I'll put it on my channel out there for you people that are running that knows about these people that will not pay you. There's a list of them. You put them on the list, Better Business Bureau, they're on this list. And those people I wouldn't fool with. Most of them out there, pretty honest, will pay you.
If you had a choice, would you rather deal with a broker?
Personally, yeah. Containers, it's okay. You get with the right company, but right now I don't think it's any right company because ain't nobody paying no money and too many hands in the pot. And nobody want to pay. I go to Richmond, Virginia. Richmond, Virginia from Norfolk for maybe $340 at the best, maybe $350. I go to a broker to pull the same load from Norfolk to Richmond. I could get $900. You see what I'm saying? Too many hands in the pot.
Too many
hands in the pot, and nobody wants to pay the driver. And the driver got maintenance fees and all that, and everything that needs to be done in the truck. And nobody wants to pay, but they want you to run. Then they want to treat you like you're a company driver. Ain't nobody trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to hear that bull crap, Ain't nobody trying to get out here to run no truck and be treated like no company driver and everything. Don't want to be respectful, want to talk to you any kind of way. And you wonder why bad stuff happened to people. Okay? I'm not even going to get into that.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I know my temperament.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially with your money.
Okay, when you messing with my money, or messing with my people, or messing with my family and stuff, or just messing with me unauthorized, period.
It can get crazy.
Okay, it can get real crazy.
What I do want to know is, because you've been in the game for a few years, we'll give you that. You've been in the game for a few years. I've been noticing something. There's a few type of drivers, and you tell me if you've been seeing this for years. There's your focus driver that is just like, he's all about running. Sometimes they burn out because they just run themselves and they burn out. Then you got the ones who kind of want to turn the game into a 9-to-5, be home every day. Then you got the ones who are chasing women. I know guys who are late on their load just to see the woman in different states. Was it always like that? Tell me a story like that about a woman sick driver back in the night. Like what did you notice about that? Were you a woman sick driver back in the day?
You just want to become unfamiliar with that finger real quick, don't you? But it's okay.
I'm saying, was you weak for the Bemi? Or was you about your money?
I've always been about my money. Always.
And that's a weak dude. Now, so
no, it's not necessarily weak. It just depends on where you come from and who you are. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with loving your family and all that. Now, if you just a guy who's a Romeo, trying to be a Romeo truck driver, trying to have a woman in every state and trying to see a woman in every state, yeah, I would feel resemblance. I would cough too, son, if I were you. But it is what it is. If you trying to do that, you ain't gonna make no money. Because being a player out here in this game, when you a player, it costs money. And all these chicks out here want something. It costs to pay. And it costs to play. You know what I'm saying? Everybody think playing means money. Playing means getting your hair done, getting the hair done, getting the nails done, paying the lights, paying the water, paying a mortgage or rent, car note, car insurance. All that's pay-to-play stuff. You know what I'm saying? For you brothers out here who don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. For you sisters out here who looking at this, y'all know I'm telling the truth.
And y'all gotta watch it too, because a lot of women is driving now. And I'm sure there's some beta male dudes who feel you be in the same situation. It ain't just a man thing. It's some dudes out here want to be taken care of too.
Yeah, it is.
So what is your advice to the 22-year-old? He's single. Probably never even got a bunch of bad meat before he's making $1,000, $1,500 a week. How are the women going? Tell him how the women is going to treat him differently. Now he's getting a check, because they're not expecting it. They're not expecting it.
Let me tell y'all something, okay? And this is the oldest thing in the book, okay? Let me tell y'all something. People treat you how you act, what your status is, who you are. If your status changed, they're gonna change. You know what I'm saying?
Phone. Give me that phone.
They're gonna change. They're gonna treat you differently. That's just the way it go, and everything. I don't care nothing about that personally, okay? Because it ain't a matter of weak or strong. It's a matter of where you are in life at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can be weak or show signs of weakness at any time, depending on what it is. But you as a 22-year-old, and if you don't have any children, these are ifs. If you don't have any children, you don't have a wife or girlfriend, or it's a significant other home waiting for you, I would suggest you focus on making your money and stacking your cash. You know what I'm saying?
So you could tell them, you 22 right now, you can get in this truck and do a good 2 years of running and stack all your bread. You don't need a place, car, nothing. You ain't got no responsibilities yet. But what I see them do, they'll come in 3 months, they local. They can't do it.
That's because of their
It's that bad meat. They chasing the booty and they don't want to get the work done. Tell them the truth. They weak.
Okay, son. Okay. Being the fact that you're talking loud doesn't make any more sense than it is making it work. But it's okay.
It usually works.
Okay.
If I yell at them.
Yeah. Well.
No.
There's something wrong with them too. Okay.
Just call them weak, Pop. You can't.
No, I'm not gonna call them weak. It's just where they are and everything. You see this thing right here? Depending on what size you are, it curls up to a certain, you know what I'm saying? A little lubrication, trust me, that feeling gonna go away real quick.
Man, they be in my live feed. They'll say, I don't gotta do that. You OTR, you ain't doing that. What do? You stopping every state?
Ain't nobody. When I was OTR state to state Canada, I didn't give a damn about them hoes knocking on the door. I pull up in Oklahoma City. You know, back in a horseshoe. Okay.
There's a lot of knocking on the door.
Yeah, a lot of knocking on the door. But back in the 90s, it was way over. I mean, a lot of the chicks would come over or come through from the strip clubs and come over there and hoe.
What?
And then these were some fine beasts here.
So you wasn't getting no half-dead ugly.
No, these were some bad girls. These girls were taking care of their kids, doing what they have to do. Then you had your ones out there was on the drugs and all that stuff too. But you know, as far as I was out there in Oklahoma City a couple of years ago, and believe me, the quality of ass out there has dropped dramatically. Okay, dramatically. I'm talking about 747 filled with lead from falling out of the sky. Okay, That's how.
So I mean, give me a level of from 1 to 10 when you talking about it was dimes out there knocking on the
These
door.
were dimes.